Hey, what's going on guys? Caleb Wisted here, and today I want to go over 5 different ways to trigger fish on a jigging spoon without using live bait. The advantage to using anything other than live bait is durability. So these 5 methods are going to give you a much longer lasting presentation that you don't have to keep checking and constantly rebaiting. So let's get into it with number 1, and that is a flicker blade. So this is a Euro Tackle T-flasher spoon. Typically these come with a feathered treble, but in this case I decided to switch it out for a flicker blade on the bottom of this treble hook. Now this is a VMC bladed treble, and they're very well made. They've got just a willow leaf blade down here just below the hook, and that's going to add flash so that when you jiggle that bait, the fish are going to see that flash and they're going to attack that treble hook. Now you can also add a small flicker blade off the side of the swivel to give it a different look, and some jigs come that way. Now number 2 is a fairly new idea, and that is a painted treble. So this is a clam rattle and PT spoon that comes with a painted treble on it right out of the box, but they also sell these gaff painted trebles as a separate package, so you can add these to any spoon that you have. And just that little bit of color, that little bit of different look on that treble hook can be enough jiggling down there to actually trigger fish, especially when they're super aggressive. You can also tip that with live bait as well, give it a little different look, but that's another way that you can trigger fish without using live bait, is to use a colored treble hook. Now number 3 is adding a feathered treble. Now as I mentioned before, this is a Euro Tackle T-flasher. These come dressed already, which some spoons do, but there's not a whole lot of them out there. So what you can do is you can buy a feathered treble hook and put it on any spoon that you have. Now I know Clam makes a bunch of different colors and sizes of feathered trebles that are interchangeable. You can put them on any spoon, and that works really well. Gives those fish a nice wispy profile down there. Feathers have always been known to attract fish and trigger fish, and putting them on a jigging spoon is definitely a good idea. And I've had good luck on glide baits as well, replacing that bottom treble with a feathered treble. It's a great way to get more hits, and it's just so much more durable to use a feathered treble than a piece of live bait. Number 3 is one of my personal favorites, and I think it's completely overlooked by a lot of anglers, and that is a dropper chain. So this again is a T-flasher, Euro Tackle T-flasher, and I've added a clam dropper chain to that, and basically that's going to drop your presentation lower. It's going to give a little epoxy bead on there, and it's going to completely change the look of that spoon. Now you can certainly tip this, but with that extra epoxy on there, I've had a lot of luck completely untipped with any live bait at all, and just using it as is. And it's a great little finesse presentation that you can get down there really quick. If you're getting value out of this video, please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. I've got a ton more videos like this and a lot more coming. And also, if you're going to purchase any of this stuff that I have linked down below, that helps the channel a ton, and I really appreciate it. Thanks guys. All right, number 5 is plastic, and I think plastic's super underrated too, because you know, there's a lot of plastics out there, microplastics and that kind of thing for ice fishing, but a lot of guys don't tip their spoons with them, and I think that's a mistake. Now this is a Fish Daddy Outdoors double eye, which is actually designed for tipping jigs with, and a lot of guys know a perch eye is a great bait to tip a spoon with. Well, this basically is a mimic of that idea, and it's got 2 little tentacles here that kind of wiggle, and then it's got an eye on each side, a holographic eye that kind of represent a fish eye. So that's a great addition. That's going to trigger a lot of bites. That adds some scent as well, and that's definitely a great way to trigger bites and have a more durable presentation. All right guys, bonus tip number 6, one of the best pieces of advice I can give you. Billy rub is amazing for tipping spoons, because what I can do is I can take this treble right here and I can dip it in the billy rub, and it actually sticks on the hook and makes it look like a chunk of meat hanging there. And it's got amazing scent that's derived right from the bait that's on the can. So this is alewife, and that scent is gonna trigger fish like live bait. It actually makes the hook itself the presentation, and all you have to do is dip it once in a while. This stuff is super sticky. It'll stay on the hook for a long time, especially in cold water, and it works awesome. So I'll make sure I leave a link for that below as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I got a lot more videos like this one coming, and we'll leave another one here for you to watch. Thanks for watching. Get hooked up.